there it is, guys. We're actually getting into the last game of the day. Eclipse versus VGR. VGR on the red, Eclipse over on the blue. Dead Exile 5. Thank you for joining in. I'm Snowypadre. That is why you are here. Not for the teams, just for me. Nah, you're here for the teams. Who would be here for me at all? We are seeing a Lee Sin ban going out. Shaco is going to follow quickly against that Quantic. Lee Sin, I believe Lee Sin was banned out. Yeah, Lee Sin was banned out by Exile 5. Taking that completely away from NZ Stealth. Maybe going to be pulling out an Udyr. We do see a Shin going down, taking Jack Attack out. Maokai as well. Very good jungler. And down goes a Mumu. What is that last ban going to be? Again, all of the bans bugged on the right side of the map, so I'm sorry about that, guys. Not my fault, it's the client. That's what you're doing. But that last ban, what was it? Oh no, Rice Cakes is still thinking about that ban. Maybe we're gonna see a Singed come out, I don't know. No, it was not, it was nothing like that. What are we seeing? We are seeing a Kale banned out as well. That intervention doing very, very well for her. She does a lot of shred in Season 3, getting into that mid lane. Very dangerous. Straggler first picking for Exile 5 Eclipse. What are you guys going to do with this? Again, come and join us either on this stream right here or on the or live at Giga Internet Cafe for the Semi-Pro League on Saturday, Auckland Central, guys. Come on. You guys can be like t-shirts and drinks and Timo hats. I really want to win me a Timo hat, but I'm not allowed because I'm technically staff. Really annoying. Oh, the Straggler does pick up the Twisted Fate. Exile 5 Eclipse mid is going to be very, very happy. Unless they decide to ADC it out. We may see a, sorry, I have got the summoner covers up right now. We may see the teleport coming out from a top laner, from Jack Attack potentially. Rascax does pick up the Ez. Not sure if he's going to stay with it though. Ez not being too consistent in Season 3. He still outputs a lot of damage. Misfortune doing very, very well in that regard. But you do want those global ultimates to help out. Egg going for that insta-lock on the Taric, yeah. Taric, of course, ridiculously helpful. Really, really tanky. Not a lot of armor for that ADC as well. He's just a very good support. Like, all around. You can't ask what makes Taric a good support. You ask what doesn't make him a good support. Chuck Norris in support, seriously. Quantic thinking of going for Jungle Vein. Kidding! He wouldn't do that to me. They're just doing that whole thing so they have to swap. Why, thank you. Thank you so much. Picking up that Vein. Are we going to see a Nunu combo? I haven't seen a Caitlyn... sorry, I haven't seen a Caitlyn Nunu for a very long time. Very, very long time. Yeah, it's not going to be a Vein. I'm sorry, Quantic. Just no. Just no. I will be removing these summoner covers very soon, guys. So stay tuned for that. There is a lock-in on the Nessus, and Scream picks up the Leona. So it's going to be a Leona going down a bot, maybe with the Straggler, seeing as the Straggler's got a little bit of a build going that I believe is going to turn him into the ADC, but may just be into ADC Twisted, but may just be sitting on that. May just be having a little bit of fun. There it is, guys. We are going to see the Vi jungle. Vi, of course, being the #1 jungler for the competitive scene and the solo queue scene for what, the last 2 months? Even though she wasn't released then, just the last month, the last couple of weeks. She's been tearing through solo queue so badly, and I think every single EPS match that I casted, there was a Vi jungle there. What is with that? Everybody just has a piece of pie. Nobody cares about Lee Sin anymore. I think those who didn't get Lee Sin, those who didn't get Vi got Lee Sin, so it doesn't actually matter. Volf is going to go on his signature Zed. He's been doing very well on Zed for a long time now. Picking it up a lot for the Oceanic Gaming Tournament for apparently a lot of destruction. And there's the Vayne pick from Mosai's. This is interesting. It's either we're going to be seeing Lane Deer, or there's going to be a swap from Quantic to Jack Attack, and we're going to see that top Nasus come into play. I still really love Nasus. He's not an incredibly strong laner, but he's got a lot of utility to him, and he scales to no end, honestly. With that Q, which you can constantly pump out, he just needs to build health and make sure he gets farm. Up against a top laner like Zed, although Zed may be going into the mid. Just for that excessive burst that he puts off. Whoa, what happened there? Apparently the client didn't like me and thought, hey, you're not going to see shit. There it is. Raw does go on that signature Karthus. He loves his Karthus. He does quite well with it. Getting out those perfect Requiems. We are going to be moving into the timer countdown for the game in about a minute. Just checking out what these two teams have pulled off for the ADC and support combos. We are going to see Vayne and Leona take on Taric and Israel. That's going to be an interesting lane. Considering I can't show you the summoners just yet, but I will be getting onto that in 40 seconds. Gotta want those summoners. Everybody wants the summoners. But yeah, Israel versus Vayne. Tough decision. Considering Vayne, she really excels at getting out the true damage on those silver bolts, especially when she knocks the tumble off on that third hit. But she needs that attack speed. Early game, maybe getting an Avarice Blade into a static shiv. Quite a lot of early game static shivs being bought out by Vayne's recently. Same goes for Israel. So I've seen a lot of Israels. They like to get out that early Bloodthirster and dish out a lot of damage that way, as opposed to going hybrid or straight up auto attack. But they love the Bloodthirster now, and they love that Iceborne Gauntlet. Some feel like the Iceborne Gauntlet recently was nerfed just a bit too much, and feel like going back to the Triforce. It does make a little bit of sense. Triforce, of course, only single target slows. But I think a little bit more damage scaling, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, Leona doing that all-in combo with the Vayne. And if she gets off a really good Condemned, that could be it for Israel. He does have a lot of mobility, though. And there's the delay remaining timer going off. We can put on the summoner spells. There it is, guys. It is going to be both of the ADCs with the cleanse. Trying to get away, of course, Leona and Taric both consistent stunners. Zenith Blade into a burning sun shield. Sorry, sun shield. Something about a shield and sun. Shield of Daybreak. That is what it's called. I have a brain. See, I tell you, it's just 5 seconds behind. Slightly, maybe a bit longer, maybe 10. Of course, Taric with the Dazzle. It's going to be putting that out. It's going to be a lot of stunning, crazy bot lanes. Tumble coming out from Vayne and the Arcane Shift from Israel. It's going to be very hard to keep track of. It's going to be a lot of fun for me. A lot of fun. Junglers, of course, coming out. We're not going to see that swap from Jack Attack and Quantic, so it is going to be a Nasus jungle. Can he consistently keep farm up with that? I don't know. Vi jungle as well. Thinking she's going to get quite aggressive. Mosai's going mid with that TF. That is the really good thing about TF. He does get off the Destiny and can change those bot fights for the better. And that is perhaps what they're trying to do. They're waiting for those bot engages to come down. And then he's going to Destiny down there to help out Vayne. Because I don't feel like either bot combos have... like they've both got so many escapes and so many ways to deal with each other's stuns. They might simply be focusing the supports, to be honest. But yeah, it's just such a mobile and protective lane that having Mosai's come in here could secure them a kill where they may not have been able to get one. Up in that top lane, of course, it will be Udyr versus up against the Zed. That may be quite a tough little lane to fight against. Udyr versus Zed. I mean, Udyr has no range, but he's very, very light on his feet, especially with that monkey's agility and the attack speed with Tiger Signs. Probably starting out Bear, to be perfectly honest, getting those stuns out early. Maybe maxing Turtle, or is he going to go for that burst with the Phoenix? A lot of Udyrs love doing that, even in lane. They like getting that Phoenix stance and maxing it first, because it has so much burst to it early game. It's really, really effective. And in the mid lane, TF versus the Karthus. And Karthus does have the teleport. We saw this on Raw Karthus before. It's very, very effective. Just going over to the home screen here, we will be loading into the game very, very soon. But Raw and Karthus loves that teleport. It's very, very useful for his team. Teleporting bot, getting a lot of damage off. Getting this wall of pain out as well. Gets a lot of destruction on that. Big shout out to everyone who donated to my stream before. The top 10 stream donators up there. You can check out all of my social media links. All of that stuff. And of course, you know you're here. So that's twitch.tv/Snowypadre. Anything. Just type in anything -Snowypadre. See if it comes up with anything. Just maybe. As we are loading into the game. I've figured out how to counteract. Oh, that's the Oceanic Gaming one. LOL! That didn't happen. This isn't Oceanic Gaming. Big shout out to oceanicgaming.net though. And all the cool guys over there putting on LOL tournaments for the NZ scene. Having a lot of fun doing it as well. Putting a lot of work into the stuff that they do. And they're going to continue scaling on the work that they do. They're putting a lot of their hopes and dreams into that, into the work that they do. So you can only imagine they're going to put a lot of their effort into it as well. Defender Leona X5 Scream. It's going to be crazy. What you going to do, Scream? If only Nico was here. If only. Sitting in chat. That's enough. It's here in spirit. Again, what's up, Nico? How's it going? Slowly getting to the game here. Emerald Tarek all the way. Skinless Vi and Zed. All the new skinless champions. That's what you get. NASA skinless as well. Okay, we are in the game. Going to be lining everything up for you. So hold on there. Insta pause. As with every New Zealand game in existence. Let me just see what has happened here. In terms of team fights, I don't know. I know that X5 is looking to be very aggressive in the early game. They've got that Destiny from Mosaic at level 6, and they've got the all-in from Leona. And the heavy damage output from the Straggler. Quantic, I feel like they're going to want Quantic and Jack Attack to scale very well into the late game. They might have them with very passive lanes and just try to aggress their lane partner. Well, Quantic not as much. Of course, Jack Attack. Trying to, they may put Quantic and Jack Attack up at that top lane and control Mosaic doing Destiny for top and bot. But yeah, they're doing decent in terms of the early game. They've got a lot of all-in, so it's quite a risky little fight that they've got going for them there. Scaling into the late game, they do have 2 tanks, but their 2 tanks aren't specifically mobile, and they're not made to flip or disorient. They have stuns, and they've got that wither on, sorry, they've got the bear stance for Jack Attack, and they've got the wither on Quantic. But is that enough to keep people off Vayne? I don't think so. You've got Zed. He can go into shadow form, do whatever he wants to get close to Vayne. And so can NZ Stealth, just assault and battery. To be perfectly honest, it'll be very difficult to protect the Straggler. But the Straggler has condemned. So they have the tools. They've got the ability. I don't know if you can cleanse out of... Do let me know that, guys, if you do know that. If Vi's assault and battery can be cleansed out of. Let me know if that's possible. Because if it is, that could be a big, big, big game changer for cleanses coming out in Season 3 against Vi. Could really change anything. And yeah, Raw just needs to die and press R. If he wants to get close to Vayne. He could just press R as well. He doesn't even need to die, but he probably will. That's all I'm saying. It's not that I don't have faith in you, Raw. It's that I know you're going to go Suicide Karthus. Nah, he doesn't really go Suicide Karthus. A lot of damage on his lay wastes, though. And a very, very useful player. Come on, chat, let me know! If you know it all. That's probably why you're not answering. You have no idea if Vi's ultimate can be cleansed out of. Because it seems like it could. It's got a duration timer to it. But then where would that leave Vi? In the middle of the air? I don't know. Potentially not, but there we go. We are jumping into the game now, and I have lined up everything previously, so Zed just looking to fall a little behind. Where are you going? Wolf not getting any items. Wolf being scary confident. No, he'll get in there. There we go. He does get the elixir. We did see this out, I believe it was from Boosted in the EPS, getting that elixir. Saving it for late game so you can put off a lot more damage, but you can use it early game for a lot of protection. And Zed is looking to get aggressive with that elixir, potentially in the early game. Doesn't have to. We do have Exile 5 coming into the jungle now. Oh, Zed might find a couple of friends here. The gold card disappears from Mosai's and Wolf spots it. No! They exited the bush just a bit too early. That was close. They're now sitting over in the red buff, and VGR knows this, so they're probably going to go for that red steel. They know that Quantic is there, ready to take their red buff. And Rod's going to be putting down a couple of layways. Yeah, he's pretending to know that they're in there. He doesn't really. But he's getting all the perfect shots on them nonetheless. There it is. They're still going to stay in there. They've got the opportunities. But hey, over in the jungle of Exile 5, it is going to be VGR coming in for the steal. Now they're going to do a mirror steal, and actually apparently they're going to back off. That is an interesting trade. They're going to go straight for their blue buff for Vi. I don't know if she's going to transition over to red. They have got a ward down there. Exile 5 do know if that red gets stolen. They're going to be ready for it. Again, to refresh your memory, guys, this is Exile 5. Luna and Solar combine to make Eclipse over on the blue side. VGR.Giga on the red. Two teams which have qualified. Three teams, come to think of it, with Luna and Solar, who have qualified for the EPS. First ever EPS for Australia and New Zealand. And my voice is starting to give way. Wow! Look at that, look at that aggression coming out from Wolf. Didn't even go. I believe he may have got, yeah, he did go for the ward into an elixir and 4-pot. Looking for a lot of sustain and getting very, very aggressive. Down goes the ignite from Wolf and Jack Attack. First blood does go to Wolf as he pops his elixir, barely surviving that engage. That was a magnificent 1v1, but that's what you get for going Udyr versus a bursty Wolf on Zed. Worth it. So worth it. Doran's Blades start coming out from the Straggler, but we are seeing that that Longsword and 2-pots coming out from Israel. His sustain in that regard is just a little bit better, but the aggression coming out from the Straggler isn't is just enough to make rice cakes, not being able to deal with it. This does get aggressive in that mid lane. You can see his burst coming out already. But Raw has got the range on him. Definitely worth it. Raw did start with boots, so he's trying to get away from those wildcards. Makes it very easy to sustain against Mosai's earlier in the game. But he's definitely tough to deal with late game. In comes Vi. He does go for the Vault Breaker as they try to pick up Jag Attack, but the Ignites are down for them. Not enough burst coming out from Vault, but in himself, he does go for the all-in. But he didn't actually go for an all-in because it wasn't too close to the turret, not getting turret hits off there, just getting a lot of aggression and forcing Jag Attack out of lane. Are we going to see a dive from him? Potentially. X5 at bot lane is looking to push very aggressively. And of course they can. Why not? You've got the ward coverage. Stealthily sticking this ward just a little bit away from this vision so it can't get caught out by VGR. Exile 5 looking to roam a little bit down into that mid lane. What are they doing in VGR's base? There are no points of farm available. They're just looking for that map control. Just looking to see whether anything is there, whether anything is worth it. They were trying to catch off Vi, but not quite working there. Vi getting away nice and safe. I've only seen NZ Stealth on Lee Sin and Udyr recently, so I haven't seen him sit on Vi for a while. Gonna be interesting to see him. Of course, he is doing a lot of classic Vi plays, you know, Vault Breaker straight into the Initiate. But of course it is just like Lee Sin. It's great to save that Vault Breaker if you can, just like it's great to save his seismic, it's not a seismic, sorry, just like it's great to, oh, there goes the Dazzle from Egg, gets off the Shadow, but it's not going to be enough to do anything in that bot lane. They are looking to harass. Instant Style coming in here with the Vault Breaker, grabs it off on Scream, and so does another Dazzle come out with an excessive force from the Vi. And Tarek, being Tarek, picks up the kill. I've told you 100 times, guys, in these streams, Tarek will always steal your kills. If he's there, he's going to shatter. He's going to steal it. Down goes the auto attack and the ignite. Flash coming out from Mosai's into a gold card, wild card. Ignite gets the kill. Perfect execution on his part. And Raw not quite level 6 yet, so he can't get out those Requiems. Close engages there, but a lot of power coming out from Exile. Vault Breaker from Instant Stealth doesn't quite catch out Mosai's, but Mosai's has no mana, not even to get a blue card to pick his mana up. Gonna go back, let Quantic take over the lane, except he does not like that. I think that was Raw just getting out of the lane, so we didn't push it too much. That ping coming out there. With the Tear of the Goddess already stacked just a little bit on Raw, that really working very fast for him. Doesn't look like he's going to go to Glass Cannon with that Rod of Ages. Thinking he's going to go Rod of Ages. May just get that double Dorans. And hey, you never know, folks, we may see a Mana Immune Raw, Mana Immune Karthus. Why not? That's worth it. I have seen a Mana Immune Veigar. It was okay. The Veigar wasn't very good. But yeah, our team did get overpowered. I believe that was with the person who recently joined the stream. Let me just double check that. I believe it was with Habuska. I can't be sure of that. I can't remember quite though. I think that was when I died as Rise, but I think that was a Mana Immune Veigar. It was pretty funny. Pretty worth it. Down goes to the Zenith Blade. Tip just barely missing Egg. So they're not able to get the engage. I'm pretty sure the Dazzle was available on Egg though. So nothing able to come of it. Gold card coming down from a Destiny. No, Mosai's didn't even Destiny it, just walked into the lane. Walked into the lane, looked for harass as we do have Quantic taking over mid. We will see the transition again though. Top lane just getting a little bit of aggression going on. Jerk attack being able to sustain quite a while now that he does have his regrowth in a couple of pots. But double Doran sitting on his head already. And Mosai's getting caught out just barely. He tried to get off his Destiny. Didn't quite get the escape there as Instant Stealth locked him in place with the Vault Breaker and the Assault and Battery. Well worth the engage. And hey, I'm pretty sure this Vi on Instant Stealth is just going to go straight for that Spirit of the Lizard Elder. We are seeing a lot of Lizard Elders coming out on Vi's lately. It requires a lot of good burst. Decent amount of harass as well. As Quantic caught out just a little bit in the jungle. Check attack looking for the protect, but he knows Quantic is in a dangerous position. He's not going to go for it. Down goes the flash from Volt. They tried to do the switch out, so that is a wasted flash and a lot of damage coming out from Mosai's. Raw coming in there to try and get the protect. Does get the Wall of Pain out, but Mosai's will be able to get a gold card into a wild cards. And picks up the couple of auto attacks, taking out Zed. Volv not able to get away from that dangerous situation after the flash. And another kill from Exile, getting a gold card off on Ra, who does have Requiem. He is going to save it just in case, though. Couple of missed calls out from VGR. And good returns from Exile. Able to react perfectly. Just a little bit out of place. Just a tiny bit with that flash from Volv. It was really over. Once the Shadow Clone did not reach its destination. No, you did not. Interesting. We do see a Hextech Revolver sitting on Nasus. What is he doing? Scaling on ability power. Apparently, we may see Spirit of the Ancient Golem coming out on him. But yeah, ability power scale. That's where it's going with Nasus now, apparently. Is he going to go straight Will of the Ancients? I'm pretty pretty sure he's going to go Hex Tech though. What else does Revolver build into? Let me know in the chat section. As I believe it is only Revolver. Sorry, Gunblade and Will of the Ancients. You don't see it a lot. Oh. No, Haunting Guys has basically replaced it on Rumble. Good Jack attack, just barely being caught out. Does go into that turtle form. I don't think he's got the ability to escape from this though. Rod had already put down that wall of pain. And Spectral Wraith it does build into, so yeah, probably Spectral Wraith. You're definitely right there, Slave Lord. That is what's going on there. Down goes the ultimate from Raw. Now that he's ready to pull it off with that death, and it does manage to pick him up one kill, securing his team a second. VGR will be able to go in and take the start if they want to. They have control of the lane. Are we going to see a Destiny come out from... Oh no, Mozart has already used out that Destiny to get the kill on Volv top lane. But this turret is well and truly in Volv's care. They are going to back out and grab that dragon though. Sitting 1.6k, sorry, sitting just barely 1k up in the game. Will they be able to continue on with this push? They are going to widen that gold gap now, getting that dragon. Going to make it well worth the double Dorans into a double longsword for Volv up at top. Going to be pulling out that burst. And Jack Attack pretty happy to go up against Raw 1v1. Dangerous decision though, considering Raw does not die when he dies. That just happens. Hey, apparently Vi's telling me what to do. Vi is the new, god damn it. What are we seeing here? Oh, there's the kill. Melsai's not needing a Destiny for that, getting a wild card out, managing to get the kill on Rice Cakes. No follow-up to the Zenith Blade. Volv are just going to back out of there very quick. They're doing a little bit better in farm, and they do get that dragon though. Overall, VGR in a good place. Nearly got that big sword. Nearly got that that beer sword now. Sorry, that is their sword. There's going to be a Bloodthirster coming out on Ezreal. I did tell you that Bloodthirster does come out very early on in Ezreal these days. We'll see if he does opt to get that Sheen next or goes into a Phage. Another gold card into a perfectly executed, and there's the stack deck coming out. So it's going to pick him up another kill. He's doing a lot of burst damage and really dominating the game at 6-1. He is crazy. Picking up all those kills, and hey, it is going to be an Elixir of Fortitude coming out on the straggle. Looking to get that extra kick on any engage, considering Ezreal does have a kill and 2 assists up on her. Makes it very much worth it. Raw now transitioning to the top lane. That is an interesting little play there, as we did see Quantic come into the mid lane as well to farm up a little bit. How is his Q farm going anyway? He is up to 99. Very much worth it. I believe it stacks 4 on each hit. Let me just double check that up for you there. Oh, it stacks 3. Never mind about that. So stacking 3 up in 99 does make it roughly 33.33. Kidding. And yes, it is 3 Slave Lord. Thank you. 6 for big creeps apparently. And I believe for kills as well. Yeah, double against champions. Yeah, champions and large minions and large monsters. So I believe that does work for the big golem as well. So pretty damn awesome on the Nessus. Getting a couple of good stacks. Raw now getting dove from Jack Attack. And Jack Attack knows Raw doesn't die. He's going to go for the kill anyway. Making that 1-for-1. And Stealth coming in and picking up that kill. With a jump in from Mozai's, going in with that Destiny. Put himself in a very difficult situation. Destiny until dead. That's what it's all about apparently. Good job, buddy. Good job. Now, but that did just happen. Looking for the save onto Udyr, but not quite in time, as he did dive on Raw. Just barely taken out again. Am I saying just barely? He was in turret range, and that was not a dead Karthus. Not yet. Already Sightstone picked up on Tarek. Straggler getting a little bit of burst shut down on him. 8-7 into the game. And that gold gap has been just a little bit, it's been made just a little bit smaller. It was up a couple of K, now it is down to 1. Oh, it has actually gone up to 2. 2K gold difference. Not that much. And anyone's game here. How was the exam on Wednesday, Shushies? It was pretty crap. I didn't like it. I didn't have fun. It was comp-sci. Comp-sci is fun. Comp-sci exams, not so fun. Comp-sci program creating, really, really fun. Working with Java, great fun, to be perfectly honest. But when I'm in an exam, I can't explore different coding opportunities on the internet. So, meh. Honestly, that's what honestly, if I was a coder, I'm not going to remember code. I'm going to remember how code works. And then I'm going to look up code online. There's another amount of burst coming out from Mozart. He's just dominating this game so much. Already picked up the Lich Bait for his auto attack burst. And Jack getting so aggressive in that top lane. He's picked himself